Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I'm here to tell you exactly why I think the awning I'm about to show you is the best awning in the RV market. Now, I just happened to get this awning on this RV, my Fleetwood Bounder, but after seeing other awnings and doing inspections of other awnings, I'm going to tell you why this awning is the best on the market. So come with me, because you just entered the Coolest Life. So why this awning? Of all the awnings out there, why this awning? A couple of things. Let's start with, this one's a fabric. It's not that the plastic stuff that tends to warp and do all kinds of stuff. Fabric is just better. I will say this, if it downpours enough, you might get some leakage here. But for the most part, you're not going to get any. So definitely the fabric. Second reason why this is the best awning. There's no extra support going from here to there. It's got room to move. There's not a bar going that way. So that's another reason. Third reason is I'm reaching this up here. This is about 7 feet off the ground. So you don't have any kind of bar coming here. I can walk all the way under here completely and not bang my head. You don't have to put pool noodles on this thing. You don't have to do anything like that with this style of awning. The second, or should I say the fourth or third, the pitch. You see the pitch on this? I don't have to angle one corner of it like a lot of awnings you have to do. You don't have to angle one corner at all because it's got such a great pitch here. This is probably, I don't know, 20% grade. So that's plenty to get water, debris, things just don't set up there. So even though I've got some little spots of things up there now, I don't have to worry too much about it because rain is going to wash that off. Now, if you'll notice from this end, there's another one that I actually like about it, is this is not motorized. Let me tell you, there's a lot of awnings that have problems with their motors. Tons of problems with their motors. Then you basically got to get a tech. It's hard as all get out to do it yourself. Probably the most common awning that goes out is the awning that you'll see above a door. And I'm talking about a door that would be here. If you got a door that's got front, sometimes they'll have an awning there. That is normally the first awning that's going to fail. I've never seen one that was manual and they were automatic, so therefore they were motorized, I should say, and they're just horrible. They just consistently fail. This does have a locking mechanism here, so that once you do put this all the way in, you can actually lock it down. The way this works here, you flip this one way, you flip it this way, and it lets you extract it. You push it. If I take this and I push it that way, it's going to have it retract. It comes with these tie downs that you see here. This tie down, what I do with mine is I actually put mine around, instead of putting something in the ground here, like a twisty tie, I basically put mine on a bungee, so it's got a little bit of give, but it makes sure that my awning is still secured. So I've got one here, and I've got this one here is going to slide down there. I'm actually doing some repair. I'm actually adding one which looks basically like this. It's just a big long string. My wife is actually cutting it for me, and this is going to go right in here, just like that. Yeah, it's a little manual, but it's a little harder to do with one hand. But basically, it goes in here just like that, and it's going to slide all the way down this groove. I don't have any lights on it. You can always add lights. As a matter of fact, I think if you're going to put lights on an awning, I'd recommend putting them up here. They just tend to last longer. The ones out here that you get out here tend to get dry and they get crusty and everything. So, but you can see how high this awning is. I mean, it's way above my door. I'm not hitting my head on anything. It's just such a great. That's why I think this is definitely the best awning on the market. You can get these installed, and also you can see I've got an extra cover. The cover right up here that goes to the length of the awning, so it is it stays there and protects it as you're going down the road. It's just a nice awning. This one is, it's definitely over a year old. In fact, it's probably maybe 2 years old, but it's still in really good condition. You want to clean these and you want to wash them just like you would the RV. Pull them out, do the washing on them. grease whatever you need to grease. I've actually got a little bit of rust on my shock that's right there, and on the other shock, but it's not much work to do something like that. And there's always, you always get little nicks on it. I actually don't know how that happened. I think this was actually a sticker over here, actually. Yeah, it sure was. That was a sticker. Well, that'll come off. But it's a good looking awning. I enjoy using it. It's easy to pull in and out. You do have to pull it out with a rod, which is a rod I keep in my bay, and you just basically hook the other end as it's completely closed. This would be exposed just barely underneath the awning, and you would just hook that and pull it out to retract this awning. So that's all there is to it. That's why I think this is the best awning out there. 1, motorized. 2, pitch. 3, there's no bar coming down here to hit your head on. Everything's nice and high, that's the majority of the things that happens with most awnings, and why people have problems with them. They bump their heads on them. All of a sudden they don't have the power or something, and they can't put it up manually. This can close in and out without power. So I only have to go inside. I can open this thing. So you can't do that with most awnings. Most awnings you got to go in and hit the button, and someone's got to stand there and stare at the thing. But I can take this out as much as I want, put it out halfway, all the way, wherever I want. Now we'll say one thing this does not have. It does not have an automatic retract. Some of the nicer awnings will have an automatic. If the wind's blowing too hard, they'll go ahead and retract. But to them I say, tie your awning down. And if you're gone for any length of time, you're going to be away from the RV, say more than an hour, go ahead and put that thing away, especially if you're in an area that is known for winds. Texas, out in the plains, Arizona, places like that, Nevada. You want to go ahead and put those awnings in if you are away from your RV. So now you know who has the best awning in the park. This guy. That's right. That's a great awning. It's one of the surprisingly great features I like about this RV, this Bounder, is the fact that it's got a great awning. It's got some other features I'm going to take you through, and some other videos that I have. I'll be putting those together. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like these videos. Tell me so. If you've got an awning that you think is a little better, or whatever you think the reason might be, go ahead and put it down in the comments and tell us why you think that awning's better than this one here. Because right now, I don't think anything can beat those three. It's manual. Love that about it. I really do. You're not hitting your head on it, and you can do the tie downs, and it's a material. It's not that pleather vinyl stuff. I don't like that vinyl stuff. You pull it out, and boy, does it have an odor to them. They do, and they also tend to mildew worse than these do. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe, and tell your friends about this channel, and join us on our adventures, because you're now leaving the coolest life. DIY and Why My Awning's Best Edition.